Don't know more. What's it to you?
Well, I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade. So, what'll it be?
I'm getting tired of this. I'll give you the money up front, and that's all you'll get, whether I'm a good guest or bad. Got it? Now you're gonna spill it. Got it?
All right, all right.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the Miners' Tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I've got bad news for you. She had two close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared. And she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verchlitz Valley.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
It
Careful.
happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Greetings. Good day to you.
I have a bit...
What game would you...
I actually don't...
Are you going to the market?
Would you like to...
What game?
Emperors, and nothing else.
Let's play.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
One beer.
well, maybe I'd do the same. These ones here...
I'll be right with you.
A large beer for me. Finished. Your turn.
Here we are.
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. These ones here... I'd like a beer.
Coming right up.
Kurva!
Careful.
Bloody dice. Fine then. It's not over yet. Are you starting to regret coming to play? My God, I'm done.
Oh well. Now just this.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Damn it! They're yours, lad.
Certainly. Have no fear. Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
My God! Oh, come on!
I'll be right there.
If I was you, I'd take it.
My respects.
These ones here... My God! Oh, come on!
get for you?
These ones here. Finished. Your turn.
One beer, please.
If you think it'll help you. My God! Oh, come on!
People.
These ones here. Oh, come on! You must have a lucky horseshoe up your ass. Next time I'll be more careful around you.
Are you Sternad? The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favours. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdenna, and I'll make sure you're no worse for wear.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly, we can make a deal?
For the right price, I'll tell you all I know.
Is this the right price?
You fucking bet it is. Ask away and I'll tell you everything.
Where can I find Zdenna?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her... Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. It's quite a long ways away. She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pint. Ain't nobody seen her since then.
What can you tell me about Zdenna?
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own way.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a knack for making coin.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although, once...
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frog came here once, all old and decrepit. He said he had some job for her, that she should leave behind her sinful life and all that shit. But he left empty-handed. She told him to go to hell.
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav or some such shit. But that reminds me, I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That fucking bard, William.
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time, but I think someone was out to get him. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern. The wee shit.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before, and he had some job for her somewhere, serving as a maid or something. But she weren't stupid. She told him to fuck right off.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that'd knock some sense into a woman. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him, or some shit like that.
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him? And that's why nobody's seen her?
No. She took off. I'm sure about that.
I've heard enough.
Excuse me?
Easy, good horse. Whoa!
Here it comes.
Coordination and timing is paramount. Like these. Now let's see which of the contenders has mastered the art better.
Your service.
As it should be.
Now, our honorable swordsmen will show off their skills. Matthew the Minter. He entered the tournament to win over the heart of a fair maiden whose name he was too shy to reveal. Ever since the Settlers monastery was back in...
More hot water? Or
Welcome. I could use a trip.
You clean up well, good man.
I could eat.
Greetings to you two.
It's William, right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My name's Henry, and no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
Well, you don't have to, that's true. But you should. It's in your own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll end up begging in the streets. Because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable minstrel.
What? No! Come on, I didn't do anything!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the one doing something to you.
Come on. All right, then. Ask away.
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alices. You have to be more specific.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her. I didn't know her, but I heard about it.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in food.
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would believe me.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot. And Father Prokop didn't like it.
Oh, that one. Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her?
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole. I heard you had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always the one who started it.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have any woman, if I wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A travelling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better prey.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was going to rob him blind. As far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller, word would get around. Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you did know them all.
And? I'm surely not the only one.
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt chaser, and they were all pretty girls. And now, they're dead.
But I had nothing to do with it!
So you didn't do anything to them?
No! Why would I? What would I get out of it? It doesn't make any sense. It goes against God.
You dare invoke God?
I admit, I'm no saint, but for Christ's sake, I'd never kill anybody.
Good. I believe you. But if any clue leads me back here to you, I won't give you a second chance.
You won't hear about me again, I swear to God.
I'm sorry.
Watch out!
Nice and slow.
Whoa!
Don't be coy! My wares will bring you joy!
So how's the mine, Vlach?
God be with you, kiddo. There's a bit of fash. But come with us to the tavern tonight, and we'll talk about it. Take care.
Quick! Quick! Go! Quick! Whoa!
Blessings to you.
Tell me, what's new in the world?
In the world? I don't know, my dear. It's unsafe for a woman to be on the road alone these days, so I'm just keeping to myself from village to village. Buying, selling, everyone's afraid because of the blasted war. I've seen a few places burnt down, and it wasn't a pretty sight. I only hope it'll be over soon.
Why not? What are you selling?
I'll be on my way.
Whoa! Whoa! I need to ask you something.
I don't have time for that. Ask the foreman. You'll find him around here somewhere.
I'm looking for someone named Stanya.
You're in a charcoal camp, fella. What would a woman be doing here?
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that. Why?
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town. And I heard that someone also tried to kill this Stanya.
That's true. She told me something like that. But that was a long time ago.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know, how can I be sure you aren't that killer?
Lumir himself, the Kuttenberg bailiff's former scribe, gave me the task. He was looking into her disappearance, and he sent me to find her.
Well, I don't know. I remember Lumir. He was all right. That's all true, but...
But what? What are you still brooding over?
You seem like the right man for a job like that. Sorry, but after all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
So Stanya is here?
Aye. She's hiding with us. Since that thing happened, she's afraid to even go outside. I don't know what to do with her anymore.
Can I speak to her?
If it'll help you. She's hiding in that cottage, but be nice to her. She's in a bad way. She used to be such a gutsy girl. See you later.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Oh, you pooch.
Who are you? How did you find me? If you came here to finish what you started, I'm not afraid of you. I'll claw your eyes out.
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me. What do you want from me?
Lumir thought you were dead. I was supposed to find out what happened to you.
Lumir? From the rat house. He sent you.
Exactly. Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
You disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. Without a word. What happened?
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid, I decided to run away from Kuttenberg.
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck. And he was terribly strong. I nearly blacked out right away.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand, and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go, and I ran away.
Here? To the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. But I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran. Here, to Barton.
And your lover? What did he say?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher and was all bloody. He's been hiding me here since then.
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen, that I did, but I often had to grit my teeth.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks, rich or poor. Everyone wants to grope a girl. People... Well, us girls have to watch out. We can't just put up with it, and sometimes we have to be tough, especially in a place like the Hole. But you can't overdo it either. That's no good.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen, or even two. You have to keep a balance. To look friendly, but unavailable.
You said that rich or poor, they all like to grope girls. Like who?
Truth be told, the Hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man, but young von Groll used to go there for a while.
Is that so? Did he talk to you?
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back, but beyond a few groschen, there was nothing more to it. Then this thieving wench started hanging around him and... Oh, it doesn't matter. But that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young lord stopped bringing him with him.
Von Groller had a servant with him?
Aye, a pudgy fella, well-dressed, but had a mean face. He never said a word or smiled, or even said thank you.
You walked home from the baths at night?
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
Ah. So that's why you had the empty pitcher you hit him with?
Right. I went there regularly. Every week.
The same way every time?
Aye, always the same way. The shortest one. I didn't want to stay out too long at night.
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern, I reckon. I didn't hide it.
Why didn't you go back to the Hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never going back there. Not until... I'm still awful scared. I can't fall asleep knowing that, and I can't even really leave the house.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker? What he looked like? What he was wearing?
I don't know anything. It was at night. He grabbed me from behind, and then I ran and never turned back.
And what about when you hit him? What did he do?
He let me go and cursed.
Aha. And what did he say?
He said Scheisse in German.
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper then? You yourself said he's a pig.
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. All lewd remarks and groping fingers. The lecher. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring. Couldn't have been him.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
No, he's pretty old. He preaches in the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul.
I don't know him. And if he's an old man, how strong could his grip really be?
I heard William liked pretending to be a spy. Do you know anything about that?
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. A stupid trick to make himself seem more interesting. Though I reckon he's more likely to attract an arse-kicking than a woman.
Seems you're the only one to survive the killer's attack. I know it isn't easy for you to think about it, but try to remember something else about that moment, or when you were running away. Anything can help us, even if it seems insignificant.
I don't know. It's all like in a fog.
You were walking down the street. Did you notice anything before he attacked you?
No, nothing.
You didn't see anything or hear anything?
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty. I heard somebody talking, but when I looked, there was nobody there. So when somebody grabbed me, I completely froze.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices. Two of them waiting for me there.
It's difficult, I understand. But I need you to think hard one more time. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all. And then he grabbed me.
And nothing else? Did he grab your hair?
Well, no. He grabbed me by the throat right away and squeezed. Just for a moment. But I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip. Like a miner or swordsman.
I reckon that'll be all.
I'm sorry I'm not able to help you more.
You don't need to apologise.
Thank you. Could I ask you for a favour?
If it's in my power.
When you catch that bastard, would you please let me know? So I can finally stop being afraid.
I'll stop by if I can.
Farewell, my friend.
Go! Ja! Ja! Whoa! Whoa!
May God give you health, sir. Someone's being...
Go! Quick! Ja! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Greetings. You're always welcome here, good sir.
God grant you health.
Good day.
Lord be with you.
Are you Pine?
I am. Why?
I'm looking for Zdena.
I don't know any Zdena.
Sternad said something different.
You're a friend of Sternard's, are you?
Actually, I don't really know him that well. But he's the only one I know who knew Zdena. And he sent me to you.
Well, if he told you that,
God be with you.
I reckon it's all right. He's not much of a traitorous rat, I reckon.
I wouldn't entirely count on that. So you knew Zdena? Can you tell me something about her?
I know Zdena all right, but she ain't been here in some time. Why are you looking for her? What do you want from her?
I'm looking for a... Back in the city, they think she's either dead or run off somewhere. And you're the last person to see her before she went missing.
Kurva.
What can you tell me about Zdena?
She had to learn to take care of herself.
And what about Sternad? How does he fit into this?
Sternard was her guardian angel, as she used to say. If she hadn't been thieving with him, she probably would have ended up a whore. But by sharing with him, she could do what she wanted.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised she stuck with him as long as she did.
That's because she had a hideout somewhere nearby. That's why she'd come to me with her loot, before they taxed her on the spot. And the last time she was here, she said one more haul like this, and she'll be able to go wherever she wanted. To Prague or Vienna.
I heard she wanted to sell you some valuables. Is that true?
Oh, aye. She had a good haul. No rubbish. Mostly jewellery, rings, one signet ring with a coat of arms and everything. She left it all here. I paid her a pretty sum of coin. It was a good thing she had a basket with her. Otherwise, she couldn't have carried it all.
And what about that signet ring? Do you still have it?
She didn't sell me the ring. She wanted to keep it. Said it'd bring her luck someday.
Do you know what kind of luck she meant? Did you recognize the signet on the ring?
No. I didn't recognize that signet. But all the while, Zdena was giggling to herself. I reckon she had her eye on another mark.
Where did she go next from here? You said she had a lot of coin on her.
That she did. She also had a feeling someone was following her. Someone on a horse.
Someone followed her on a horse from Kuttenberg. Did she say what he looked like?
She didn't. At first, she thought it was some wealthy lord out for a ride. But he held back. Never passed by her and...
And did you see him? Did he come all the way here?
No. But Zdena thought he would show. She even left her scarf here and paid some girl to walk around with it to make it look like she was still here.
And then where'd she go?
She wanted to go the back way, through the woods, so nobody could follow her. Past the woods is a road and a ford across a stream. Next to it is a huge boulder. When it rains, the water can rise fast. The road goes on to Kuttenberg.
Well, if it leads back to the road and there was really someone following her, I reckon if they saw she was long in returning, they could have waited for her at the ford, no?
Fuck! That's quite possible. I made a point of looking, but I didn't see any riders that day, so I forgot about it.
Is Denna's scarf? Do you still have it?
Aye. I wanted to give it back to her the next time she came.
Will you give it to me? I'll try having my dog track her down.
All the same to me. Here you go. But it's been a long time. I don't know if it will help.
And could it have been Father Prokop following her?
What do I know? If he has a horse and fancy clothes. But why would he do it?
I heard he wanted to find her an honest job, but she wasn't interested.
I don't know. She didn't say nothing about that.
And could it have been William?
And who would that be?
He's this bard she was seeing.
I don't know about that. I don't remember her mentioning nobody by that name.
Well, I'll go and check out that ford. Maybe I'll find something there.
I hope you don't. Take care. Have a good evening.
You can't be here.
Eh?
Is that you?
Do you see?
Poor thing. She didn't get very far. Ugh, she's been lying here a long time. At first glance, this body isn't as mutilated as the others. Unfortunately, I can't tell if somebody strangled her like the others. She's been lying here too long for that, but her head is smashed in. Either the murderer hit her with a rock, or dashed her hard against the ground. She must have put up a fight. Or maybe he lost his patience. Oh, she's all stuck to her clothes. They're torn up, but I don't see any cuts. The rips are odd. Like someone was looking for something. Oh, I can't make much out by now. Did the murderer torture her? Or was he trying to get something out of her hand? Oh, my God. Oh, something fell out of her. A signet ring. Oh, that must be the one she stole. How did it get inside her? Did she swallow it herself? Or did the murderer shove it in there? Was she trying to hide it? Or was it punishment for stealing? Well, that's enough. But what does it all mean? I'd say she put up a decent fight, and the killer had to improvise, and that's about all I can find out. She's probably been lying here a few weeks, but that ring is a good lead.
Here, Matt. Search. Here, Matt. Aye, aye, you silly doggy. Ka! 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 Go! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
What is it you need?
Nice and slow. Whoa.
Go!
That's where you're wrong. When we catch you.
Go!
At your service, sir.
Bring me something to eat.
No, they just say that so we don't fuck off.
Greetings, Vlak. Last time you said I should stop by. Do you have anything new for me?
God be with you, kidder. Of course I've got something for you.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Glad to see you, Henry.
How's it going in the mine?
Oh, we was hewing when a puncheon hit me napper. It's like black pudding now.
Of course. I don't quite understand, but I believe you.
Well, to hell with you. I'm glad to see you. It's good you came, because Vlak here is a canny job for you.
I'm glad to finally get a word in. It's great you didn't leave us in the lurch and came back, Henry.
On the table.
Oh, why wouldn't I? I'd love to have a beer with you. After all, in Skalitz, I grew up among miners.
How are you, lad? Join us in the pit. It'll be a reet good change of pace.
Aye, there's half and chink in it. But you look like you'd rather have a weapon in your hand than a pickaxe, eh?
I'll be right there.
Wrong as wrong can be. I'm a blacksmith, and I'm pretty good with a hammer.
Fair enough, but if you brace someone on the napper with a pickaxe, they won't be moving either. But let's get to the point.
Aye, it's a damn serious matter.
The most serious. War mining tradition.
Uh-huh. That smells like more trouble.
You proved yourself to be one of us, Henry. And that's why I'm inviting you to our traditional shoot fest. And that's not all. As the gaffer of the St. Anthony mine, by the authority entrusted to me, I offer you the honour of ganning with us to consecrate the Pitman's Stang. Tell me, do you accept the offer?
Unfortunately, I have no idea what this is about.
Winning, of course! The Poppingee's right round the corner, and our pit always wins the competition, and...
Hold your water, Francie. It's about the consecration of the ceremonial St. Anthony Stang, and taking an oath before our patron saints.
We have to go around all the kirks and get them to bless our miners' standards. Our champion, Anton Caspar, can see to that. But we have to protect him, so nothing happens along the way. So, are you coming?
Well, how could I turn down such an honour?
Grand. Glad to hear it. Tomorrow morning, Francie and our best marksman Anton will wait for you at the Church of John the Baptist on Hoprink. That's tomorrow now, and be there on time.
Give me some...
What's that you're doing? Surely you don't want to break in. You?
My, what a beautiful horse.
Here, mutt!
Don't think I can't see you.
I'm not doing anything. You're doing a great job keeping watch.
What are you whistling for? You silly doggy.
Easy, good horse. Whoa!
Hear what Master Yan Hoof the love of Christ, spare a few coins for a wretch. Have pity, good people. Someone's been pampering this horse.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Hey, lad.
Morning, Franzi.
God be with you. Good to see you.
Where's that fancy stang of yours, Franzi?
Anton there had it blessed by the local priest.
I am back, Maris.
What? You didn't even wait for me?
Don't worry. You're not missing out. We still have a long way and 2 more churches to go.
Ah, got it. A nice walk through town, eh?
Aye, you could say so.
You must be the champion marksman, Anton Kaspar, right?
That I am. And I swear as long as I'm shooting, the striped Tonys will never lose their competition.
Are you really that good?
Well, this year is just my 2nd competition. But I won last year.
Old Lazar used to be our top marksman, but his eyes gave out.
What if we run into those saints who stole your stang last time?
Luckily, their churches are on the other side of the tomb.
That may be, but their tavern's on the way, so watch your step, Maris.
Why do you consecrate the miner's stang?
It's a local pitman's tradition.
Aye, every year before the shoot first, the different pit teams go around to their churches. Like Francis says, tradition.
Interesting custom. We don't have anything like that back home.
Why, aye. Interesting, and sometimes a wee bit wild. We have to watch out for the saints.
Let's go, Maris. We can crack on the way. First we'll go to the upper church of the Virgin Mary, and then to the church of St. George. And we have to make it before dark. Otherwise, we're out of luck.
What have they actually hewed at the course down in the bottom road?
We got an opening, our reef, but the windlass broke loose, so the carpenters have to make a new one.
Ah, it'll be a week before we can get hewing again. To hell with the pit. Better to hear some crack from you, Henry.
So, tell us, Mara, where are we going with that stang of yours?
You're crocking there like one of us, man. You'll be joining us in the pit soon, eh?
Need pit for him. He's like to break his arm with a kevil.
Aye, I think he's eat on the rock, eh?
I don't understand you much, but as far as dangerous work goes, I reckon you two are experts, eh?
That's what this is all about, but every year before the shoot fest, all the pit crews get their stangs blessed in the churches, so the mound gives us silver and nothing bad happens.
And also for the shooting to go well.
I wonder who the Lord favours in shooting then, eh?
Why, aye, that's as plain as day, but the best shot, of course.
Are you a good shot, Anton?
Do you think Vlak would let him compete if he wasn't?
And what if Preng wins?
He has to be completely blind and crippled too. He'll only be weeping his way home like last year. And I'm not afraid of Gaffer Henslin from Gang. He may know how to shoot, but he's not the youngest and he lacks speed.
I don't know Henslin. Is he good?
Aye, he's not a bad bloke, but we didn't gang near Gang much.
Hold your water, Franzi. He's the one who convinced my pa about the new scene.
Aye, but the catch is, Henslin was right about that.
About what?
Never mind. We shouldn't be talking shop here.
Tell me more about your competition. What makes it so special?
What makes it so special? Why, we have the royal seal of approval.
Wait, you mean Wenceslas himself allowed you to compete here?
Of course he did. What's so strange about that?
Well, it just seems odd to me that the king would concern himself with the amusement of some miners.
It's not like that at all, but the charter grants us various rights, and feast days is one of them.
There wasn't anything...
And here we are, fellas. But where's that priest gone?
It's been quite a walk so far, eh?
Aye, and I was afraid the saints would be lying in wait for us.
Nay, bother. They've probably got other problems.
How do you mean?
Nothing. Just that you don't need to bother your head. And where's that local priest got to?
Who knows? Maybe still in bed, eh? Should we wait?
Maras, I've got an idea. A reet canny one. We have a bit of time, so we could get the saints back for pinching our stang and play a wee prank on them at their tavern.
What? I thought consecrating the stang was a serious matter. At least Vlach seemed solemn enough yesterday.
How we, man? We'll show the saints we're no feared of them. Vlach doesn't even have to find out.
I'm for it. The tavern is right around the corner, and there won't be many people there right now. But above all, Francie, no stealing.
Of course, we won't pinch nothing. On the contrary, we'll give them a wee gift for their tavern. Yesterday, I took Six's braes, and I'll tell you, man, they're reet minging.
Aha! So it's not your feet that stink here.
Why did you take them, buds?
Why, aye. Best thing would be to hang them from the window of the saints' tavern instead of their banner.
That'd be a laugh. They'll know we've been there and yucked their pizzles good and proper. What do you think, Henry? Can you manage that?
Of course. Count me in. I'll be happy to get revenge on Preng and his men.
All right, then we'll split up. I'll wait here at the parish, Franz will watch the front of the tavern, and Henry will hang up the braes.
I agree. Let's get to it, Francie.
Why, aye. Quick and careful, then, so's you don't get seen. The saints would soon get wind of it.
Here's the braes. Hang 'em up.
Stop.
The pole with the pulley, sticking from the loft into the street.
Good luck, then. When it's done, I'll meet you across the street.
Where should I hang the brace?
There's an attic window looking out onto the street, and there's a pole there they use to haul goods up. Everyone will see it there. Gan, Henry, the coast is clear. I'll whistle if anything happens.
Where should I hang the...
We'll from the attic.
What a sight. Sixer's stinky braes hanging proud. Can't be overlooked.
Excuse me?
Good doggy. Good boy.
Nice one, alright.
So I'm back from the tavern, mates.
Maras, man. Here we say Maras.
And how'd it go, eh?
All done. The braes are getting an airing. It's just too bad the saints won't appreciate how nice and right they are from that height.
Not so. I can already see a swarm of flies.
I didn't expect it to go so smoothly.
Oh, give it a rest. You didn't have to get up there. And it wasn't easy.
For sure. A canny job, kidder. How bonny they look hanging there.
Of course, but we'd better get out of here, eh?
I got a bit droopy somehow. How about stopping at our tavern in Hradek?
Aye, couldn't hurt to go for an ale. What do you say, Henry?
Shouldn't we first finish the rounds and bless the stang?
Near bother, it's along the way. Besides, we'd better get off the street for a while.
That's true. The saints wouldn't dare come into our tavern. Let's go, lads. Christ, I'm droopy as fuck.
Aye, I can't wait. Can it go wrong with a beer?
Like I said, finally a good idea.
I knew you wouldn't let us down. Too bad you don't want to join us in the mine.
We're open. Good morning. Come and buy our fresh wares.
Hey! Look over there. Fucking stripies. You want to smack on the gob? Come on,
What a
you traitors!
coincidence.
We'll smack
We're
your gob
two
dry,
toadies.
Evan, and pop you like a cork,
back
you
traitors.
cowards!
You're winching up shit. Go and kick at the prank we played at your inn.
Was?
Aye, we decorated it real canny for you.
Gott, ihr Schweine. You won't walk out of here.
The saints stink like brocks, with wee little cocks.
Ah, ich schlage dir die Fresse ein. Have at them, lads.
You're a dead man! Now! Fucking hell! He knows how to sword fights this quickly! Take that fucker out, damn it! Rule change! You let him on night? No, you don't! Hey! Useless! Do it!
Reten und sterben.
You won't be able to take an eye. Fucking hell! You haven't a chance! Yeah, you got what was
That
coming,
was a hell of a
son.
fight. But we won. Hey, Henry, let's go to our tavern before the catchfolds get here.
Careful.
Greetings, neighbor.
God bless you.
It sure does. Go on then. How was it?
What can I say?
Oh, such a nice and peaceful stroll. How you doing, Anton?
I'm all butterfang, man. But we won the brawl. That's the main thing.
Them cunts ended up worse. But I got dunched up. I reckon all my ribs are broken.
So I see. For a moment, I was almost worried about ye.
Nee fash about me. When Tess sees you've been brawling, she's gonna pull your leggies up to your head.
Why, aye. That Tess of mine is a wonderful lass.
She hardly deserves you.
Enough of that. She can't find out about this, right?
That'll be a bit difficult, since half the city saw the brawl.
So what? Just deny it. That always helps. But you're worried, Anton, right? Since you're meeting your Tess tonight, eh?
Why, aye. Her pa has a guild meeting, so the coast should be clear.
So? What did you get?
Get what?
A gift? What did you get her? It's her birthday, isn't it?
Huh?
Wait, you don't mean to tell me you forgot? Oh, fuck.
God, I knew I was missing something. Because of the procession, I completely forgot about her birthday.
Forgetting to get your girl a gift. That's what I call serious trouble.
Easy, Anton. We'll think of something.
I like what? I have to stay with the Stang, and after that brawl we have to lay low for a while anyway, before going to St. George's. And then it'll be too late to look for a gift.
Ah, heat up. We'll surely figure something out. What do you think, Henry?
What does your Tess actually like, Anton?
Like any woman, nice clothes, perfumes, going for walks, roses.
Good enough. The roses and perfume are interesting. We can work with that.
What kind of perfume does Tess like?
She keeps gunning on about some perfume her neighbour Elsa has. I think that would surely please her. But careful. I think Elsa's a little jealous of Tess because of me. So dinna tell her I sent you.
Wait, does that mean you'll help Anton?
And why don't you go?
Sorry, but the saints lick me good. I'm so banged up I can hardly walk. Can you help Anton by yourself?
Of course. I'll be happy to help a friend. And there's nothing horrible about getting some flowers or perfume.
Good on ye, me Mara. I knew you were a canny lad. I'll give you a decent fife for it. I'm not as poor as I might look, you know.
Where can we get fresh roses?
Well, they're rarer than silver in this town, but there's a few gardens hereabouts. Most of them are well watched. But I know of one garden in the cobbler's quarter by the walls. The house in front of it's locked, but if you can certainly get into the garden...
Where can I find Elsa?
That's simple. She lives in a house on the upper market. She's the daughter of your Lynn, the cobbler.
I'll go and get Tess a gift and be right back.
Grand. We'll wait here for you, but don't take too long so we can still make the last kirk.
Well, come to your senses, yeah?
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa.
It's hard to find an honest trader these days.
I'm happy to hear it. After all, I've got the best wares. Was möchtest du, Mann?
What do you have for sale?
Word about the...
Is this enough?
That's not... Yeah, finally... What you were looking for, sir.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Come and take a look.
Schön, dich zu sehen. I hope you find what you're looking for next time.
God bless.
Grüß Gott! Was ist los? What do you want of me?
I just need a little favour from you. My name is Henry, and I've just come to town. I would like to become an alchemist's apprentice.
You don't say. And with who?
Well, I don't know yet.
Oh, was? And like a silly goose, I almost fell for that. Schurke.
Elson,
Leave me alone.
May God give you help. I'm sorry.
Good day to you.
I apologize. Pig.
if some pig...
Happy to be of service, sir.
Ah, excellent. Here is that garden. Now, how do I get in? I made it.
What? You shouldn't be here.
I made it. Phrases like that would please any woman. And they smell so lovely. And now back to the miners, so they don't think I blew them off.
Like that must
Easy, good horse.
Good day.
Whoa!
Help, sir.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
From the Kuttenberg vineyards.
Whoa! Whoa!
I taste the lust of my eyes, the bunniest. I'm glad.
My
Excuse me. Franzi, what the blazes is going on here?
Good you're here, Henry. Do you have that gift?
Yes, here it is. Tess should like it.
Grand. I told Anton you wouldn't let him down. Here's something for your help.
Well, fine. Thanks. But what's up with Anton?
Anton was afraid you weren't coming and that Tess would dump him tonight, so he had a few beers. And first he drank for thirst, and then for courage, and finally for grief.
Have you gone mad? I run all over town, and you sit here boozing.
Hold on, friend. I'm not drunk. I'll explain everything.
All right, but what are we going to do now? We have to finish the procession, right? And what about our champion drinker? How will he shoot tomorrow? And how's he going to make it to the last church like this?
I wouldn't worry about the shooting. You don't know miners. He'll snap out of it in a few hours. Worse, we'll be getting him to the Church of St. George so he can take the oath in front of Priest Tobias.
Go on, then.
Look, it's a long story.
I've got time. Go ahead and talk.
Anton isn't poor. He's only a miner because he was forced to, and because he had terrible luck. His father put all his money into opening a new mine. Except then Sigismund came and the miners were afraid they wouldn't make a profit.
Wait, his father is a miner?
Unfortunately, he was. He had a stroke when Sigismund came to town.
Well, what am I supposed to make of that?
The miners didn't want to dig a new shaft because they were afraid that Sigismund would cancel the concession and they wouldn't make a profit. Except old Anton had to put all his money into it. And when he heard, it floored him. And he never recovered.
So it's Sigismund's fault?
Why, aye. As long as that Hungarian horde is here.
And what does that have to do with Tess?
Her father, Linnard, is a well-respected burgher. And he has already betrothed Tess to Anton.
So what's the problem?
Just that Anton doesn't have any money for the dowry. And now Linnard is looking for a better match for his daughter.
Why is this all sticky?
Fine. I'll carry Anton to the church.
Excellent, lad. And can you manage it?
Certainly better than you. God, why am I such a do-gooder?
It's settled then. I'll take care of the stang, you take care of Anton. Now just have to make sure we can still catch Father Tobias at the church.
God, so heavy. I swear, if you puke on me, I'll break both your arms.
It's not far from here to the St. George's Court. But get a move on so we can get out of town. The Saints will surely leave us alone if we can get past the walls. And don't worry, I know Father Tobias. He's a canny bloke. Everything will be fine, you'll see.
Careful now.
Damn it, Francie. Just explain one thing to me.
What? What are you getting on about?
All over here, and that'll be the end of it.
Look, what's really going on with Anton and Tess?
I just told you a while ago. Tess's father is a reputable cobbler, and Anton's just a young yucca.
So what? That's obvious, right? No reason to suddenly get shit-faced.
That's exactly his bad luck. Anton's not poor. He inherited a house from his father, who arranged to marry years ago on Tess's part, didn't it?
So what's the problem?
Chink me Mara, coin. Before he died, Anton's father sunk all his money into digging a new opening.
Like a new mine shaft?
Aye. They say they hit a new ceiling gang.
And what about the silver?
The seam's really there, man. But with Sigismund's breathing down their necks, they can't keep queuing, if you know what I mean.
So, Anton has wealth, but he has to wait until Sigismund leaves.
Exactly. You got the gist of it. The poor fella has to wait until Ginger fuck against the hell. Only in the meantime, Lynette's looking for a new bridegroom for Tess. I'll bet you don't trust her.
What about you, Francie? Do you have a girl?
Plenty. 3 for each finger, even. What lass would want me, eh? A poor orphan with his toes sticking out of his boots.
A miner has to make some money, right?
And what of it? You know how much food costs here and everything else? Here in the city, grocery only goes so far.
Christ.
Not like in some village.
I haven't been along this way for
Well,
a
the main
long
thing
time.
is not to drink it all away, right?
Hold your water, lad. You're on thin ice
Interesting.
here. You know what it's like to go down in the pit every day and break rocks in the pitch door? It can get so tight down there that you want to get the fuck out straight away. Your heart starts pounding, but you can't shit your brakes, so you just keep hewing. Aye, any master carpenter makes more chink than me. And besides, if he falls off the roof, he's dead on the spot, in the pit. If it caves, then you're stuck there for days. Breath running out and pray to the Virgin Mary for mercy.
Damn, that's an awful way to go.
But don't get me wrong, it's not bad work. I'm not complaining. Serious. Yakkers are a good lot. They'll take anyone in. Poor orphan or bastard, doesn't matter. But don't judge, because in the hole underground, we're all the same. Alive or dead, all the same bread. We'll drink to the king and drink to the silver hewn out of the ground. Priests and monks, enjoy your trinkets from our silver mine. A yakker's pride is a bonny lass and flowing cup of wine. Away, kidder, join us glorious yakkers in the mound. We'll drink to the king and drink to the silver hewn out of the ground. Lords and knights and maesters to mind your own salvation. Well, gan me marrows on the hoy and make war libration. Away, kidder, join us glorious yakkers in the mound. We'll drink to the king, we'll drink to the silver hewn out of the ground.
What's the meaning of this?
So here we are, your most fatherly holiness.
What? Do you take me for a fool?
Nah, I'm a fool here. Anton Caspar at your service.
I humbly apologize for the Tobias. Anton here.
Entering a church stinking drunk like that, and with a sacred object? Have you no shame, you savage? You disgrace yourself, the holy church, and your honorable trade. In such a state, I will certainly not consecrate your stang.
Worthy father, please, you know us. We're righteous men of the mound, and without St. Anthony, we'll be disgraced at the competition.
You should have thought of that before getting drunk.
Father, Anton's in a bad way because they don't want to give him Tess, the cobbler's girl.
Do I look like a pauper? That cobbler needs a boot. In the cobbler's. I'll show him boot. He'll be begging me on his knees. I've got so much chink, I'm drowning in it.
For Christ's sake, Anton, man, be quiet for a moment. I beg of you, Father Tobias.
But I'm only doing it because of you, Franzi. Because you are an orphan, and your late mother was a pious and kind woman. Will you take the oath instead of Anton?
But I didn't know the oath, Father.
Good God. And what about you, boy?
Well, I don't know the oath, Father, but I'll try to salvage the situation.
I understand. Helping friends in need is a commendable act.
Anton, are you able to recite the oath?
Of course. I'd even say it myself, but nobody here will let me do it.
So go ahead, but nice and slow. Tell me the beginning of the oath, Anton.
We, the Yakkers of the Kuttenberg Mound, swear before me at the mound according to God's laws.
Wait, stop. One bit at a time.
I'm listening, son. But nice and politely, please.
So, how did it go? We, miners of Kuttenberg, swear before God to open the shafts with respect, without malice, and mine the vein honestly, according to the law of God.
Oh, Lady of the Seven Sorrows. All right, and then?
What's next, Anton?
Of course. We promise to graft proper, obey the gaffer and not pinch any ore or silver, but to gie it by reets to the masters on the bank out bay.
Good. That's enough for now.
Well, friend?
We vow not to steal, to pray properly, and to faithfully obey the king.
What are you saying, boy? That doesn't make any sense. I'll give you one more chance, but don't try my patience.
Thank you, worthy father. Anton, how did it go? Repeat it for me one more time.
Of course. We promise to graft proper, obey the gaffer and not pinch any ore or silver, but to gie it by reets to the masters on the bank out bay.
Good. That's enough for now.
Well, friend?
We vow to work hard, listen to our foreman, and duly hand over a share of the ore to the lords.
Very good, son. And what next?
How does the oath end?
We swore on feast days to leave the moon tune and do nae hewing, and to gie a wee share from our addles and foys for the good of our souls and the greater glory of God.
Very good. What was that about addles again?
Boldly onwards, youngster.
We swear that on the feast day, we will clean, pray, and go to church for the greater glory of God.
God damn! Oh, God forgive me, but the cup of my patience has just runneth over. One is drunk, the other dumb.
Please, Father.
Banish the thought. Get out! And...
Christ, what a fush!
God bless.
Who's the poor bloke you stole the underwear from? The sixer?
Just a yakker from Shaft. He's got this superstition about only bathing on a Saturday.
Oh, I get it now. The 6th day of the week, eh?
Aye, that's why we just call him Sixer.
Where did you get those brays all of a sudden, Francie?
What do you mean, where? I told you, from Sixer.
You set this up ahead of time, didn't you? Nothing off the cuff, but a clever plan, eh?
Aye, you're right. Does that change anything?
No, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to know how it was.
Sorry. I thought you were always up for a laugh.
Now, don't worry about it, Francie.
Well, good sir.
Henry! You're
so
a
heavy.
true friend,
I
taking
swear,
care of
if
me
you
like
puke
this.
on me,
Let
I'll
me tell
break
you,
both
man,
your arms.
I
It's not
love
far
you.
from here to the St. George's Court.
I love
But
Tess
get a
more.
move on so we can get out the
But,
tomb. The saint will
Tessie,
surely
my
leave us
wee
alone if we can get past the
fly.
walls. And don't worry,
You know
I
I'm
know Father Tobias.
from it
He's
right
a
there,
canny
but
bloke.
I'll
Everything will
fight.
be fine, you'll see.
Get off me balls.
Damn it, Francie. Just explain one thing to me.
What? What are you ganning on about?
Look, what's really going on with Anton and Tess?
I just told you a while ago. Tess's father is a reputable cobbler, and Anton's just a young yucca.
So what? That's obvious, right? No reason to suddenly get shit-faced.
That's exactly his bad luck. Anton's not poor.
Oh, Father
He inherited
Tobias
a house
doesn't
from
know
his
the
father,
same Martel.
who arranged the
When
marriage
it comes to
years ago
boozing,
with Tess's
he's
pa,
all
didn't it?
fire and brimstone.
So what's the problem?
Chink me Mara, coin. Before he died, Anton's father sunk all his money into digging a new opening.
Oh, like a new mine shaft?
Aye, they say they hit a new
I got lucky that day, that's all.
And what about the silver?
The sea's only there, but with Sigismund leaving being their next, they can't do it. What? If you know what I mean.
So, Anton has wealth, but he has to wait until Sigismund leaves.
Well, exactly. You got the gist of it. The poor fella has to wait until Ginger Fucker against the hell. Only in the meantime, Lynette's looking for a new bridegroom for Tess.
Christ, I haven't been along this way for a long time. I'm never upside down. Interesting.
We'll drink to the king and drink to the silver hewn out of the ground. Priests and monks, enjoy your trinkets from our silver mine. A yakker's prize is a bonny lass and flowing cup of wine. Away, get out! Join us, glorious yakkers in the mound. We'll drink to the king and drink to the silver hewn out of the ground. Lords and knights and maesters to mind your own salvation. Well, gan me marrows on the hoy and make war libration. Away, get out! Join us, glorious yakkers in the mound. We'll drink to the king, we'll drink to the silver hewn out of the ground. Sing it once and sing it twice, the yakker's trade is fine. For all the fashion, all the pain now brings me half in gain. We're finally at the
I am at your service, sir.
What's the meaning of this?
So
What?
nah.
Entering? You just
Worthy
you
father.
Do I look? I'll show.
For Christ, I beg it.
because will you? Good.
Well, I don't. Anton,
Of course.
so don't tell me the beginning.
We the yakkers of the Kuttenberg. And to make.
Wait, stop.
I'm listening.
So, we, miners of Cutten, without malice.
Our Lady of the Seven Sorrows.
What's next, Anton?
Of course.
Good.
Well,
We vow not to.
what are you saying, boy? I'll give.
Thank you. Anton, repeat it.
Of course.
Good.
Well,
We vow. How does the oath?
We swan to give.
bold.
We swear that on the feast day, we will not go to the tavern, but we'll give a few groschen to the church, for the greater glory of God.
God damn! Oh, God forgive me, but the cup of my patience is just... What's the meaning of this? What? Enter. You discover you for the I for Christ. I beg it. Because will you? Good. God.
Well, I don't. Anton, of course. So don't tell me the beginning.
We
answer me.
Wait, stop.
I'm listening.
So. We, without mal. What's next?
Of course.
Good.
Well.
We vow to work. How does the oath?
We swore unto you.
Bold.
We swear to not mine silver on the feast day, and give a few groschen to the church for the salvation of our souls, and the greater glory of God.
Glory to God in the highest, and 3 Sundays rejoice. Saint Anthony, patron and protector, intercede for these sinners, protect their souls, and grant success to their endeavors. In nomine Patri, et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. And now get out of here, you derelicts, before the good Lord changes his mind.
Thank you, worthy father. 1,000 thanks. We truly thank you. That was by the skin of our teeth, lads.
Old Tobias is strict, but fair. I know him.
That mining jargon of yours gave me a headache, Franzi.
Ah, but you done reet well, nie fash.
Thanks. If that was a compliment.
Aye, muckle thanks for nie leaving us in the shit.
We're truly grateful to you.
Take this as a reward for not betraying us, and come in the morning to the shoot fest.
Well, I might come, but what about Anton here? Will he be able to shoot?
Oh, sure. He'll snap out of it in a few hours.
Hey, bother, kidder. I'll be fine. Hey, where's a puddle? I need to drown myself.
So you see, we yakkers can handle plenty. Like we see, everybody ends up on the bottom sometimes, but yakkers are there all the time.
Interesting. I'll have to remember that. Farewell, Tonys.
God be with you. We say, God be with you. Remember that too.
Greetings.
That's wonderful news. But wait a while. I promised Catherine we'd wait for her.
You know Catherine?
She came to see me soon after you did, and started asking me questions. Just like you.
Will you send for her? So, we're all here.
I hope nobody else shows up. How did it go?
I reckon I've found out all I can.
And do you know who the murderer is?
Not exactly, but I have a few ideas.
I've asked around a bit, and I have my own suspicions.
Is that so? See, I was trying to recall some more details, and I had someone come to mind as well.
Oh, I didn't do all this for nothing, did I?
Well,
Catherine, who do you suspect?
Well, I think it was that priest, Prokop.
That's nonsense. It couldn't have been him.
Couldn't have? Then who do you think it was?
It had to be William. Nobody else knew them all.
Ah, now you're talking nonsense. I'm sure William is innocent.
So I see we disagree. Too bad. We could have been done with it quickly.
Well, who do you think it was then?
I'm not entirely sure. First, I'll tell you what I found out, and then it might be easier for us.
Go on then. What did you learn about her?
Prokop didn't just raise her out of the goodness of his heart. He was actually her uncle.
Really? But he still could have killed her.
His own relative?
Why not? He's a priest. I'm sure he knows the story of Cain and Abel.
Prokop also admitted that he didn't know how to handle her, and perhaps he was too strict.
What do you expect from a Bible thumper? Man punishes and God forgives. It never occurs to them that if man didn't punish, God wouldn't have to forgive.
Well, maybe I wouldn't hold it against him. He really tried to make sure she was well taken care of. He wanted to find her a husband, too.
And did you learn who he found?
No. I think it fell apart when Yarka started rebelling. Yarka started working for the von Grolle family, where she remained until her death.
I was there to ask whether she'd given them any trouble, but they said she was always thorough and reliable.
Ah, so what's the story with von Grolls?
A very wealthy and important family. The mother is quite devout, known to spend a lot of time in prayer. Old von Grolle's been sick for years. Can't even get out of bed.
So, who runs affairs?
That would be young Hendel. They say he's quite successful.
Before her death, I heard she often went to dances.
There's nothing wrong or surprising about that. But maybe she found someone there.
Maybe. Prokop was convinced that she went to see William. That was actually the only name he mentioned.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means she had some relationship with William, or at least knew him.
And now, most importantly, Yarka was pregnant when they killed her.
I didn't know that. Do you know for sure? So they gutted her?
To make it impossible to tell she was pregnant? I wouldn't be surprised.
May God forgive us.
Do you know who she was pregnant with? Because if we know who the father is, we'll likely know who the killer is.
She didn't tell Prokop.
It had to be someone from those dances. Maybe William.
Prokop is convinced that she was murdered by that bard, William.
And I agree with him. I heard the daughters of important men come to see him. It even went so far he had to flee the city. And the moment he's back, there's another murder.
Really? But I found out you accused Prokop first, Lumir.
What? Why?
It doesn't matter. It was a mistake, and I paid for it.
And were you as sure then as you are now about William?
I don't think so. But he's a skirt chaser. If he got Yarka pregnant, then...
Perhaps. But why would he kill and mutilate her? He could have just run away.
But then he could never come back.
Why not? He could come back a year later, once things have died down, the child would be born, the shame forgotten, and nobody would bring it up again.
I suppose that makes sense. That's all I was able to find out.
You still found out more than I did.
But it's not enough. We still don't know who the killer is.
But we can agree that she was killed because of her pregnancy, can't we?
Agreed. Somebody got rid of her to make sure nobody found out she was pregnant.
I'm sure William wanted...
William isn't the only man with a prick. And he certainly didn't use it to strangle her to death.
Such language. What are you trying to say?
That William isn't the only man in the city. It could have been anyone. And now we'll never find out.
I'm not saying it couldn't have been him, though I don't think it was. It just seems foolish to only focus on him.
I suppose you're right. Let's forget it.
I managed to find Stanya.
Alive? You found her alive?
I did. Alive and well. Hiding with the charcoal burners.
So, she's not one of our victims?
She is. She just managed to escape the killer. She said she was attacked on her way home from the baths. She heard somebody talking in a side street, but it was empty. But when she walked by, someone grabbed her by the throat and started strangling her.
And how did she manage to get away?
She was holding an empty pitcher, and she smashed the killer in the face with it. He either got startled or hurt, but he let her go.
Did she get a look at him? Did she take his eye out or something?
No, she didn't stop to find out. Just ran. Which is probably why she survived.
And what about the blood in the bedroom?
She cut her hand on the broken pitcher. She didn't stay in her room for long. She was still so scared that she grabbed her things and ran off to her beloved charcoal burner. She said she returned from the baths in the evening regularly, and somebody knew exactly which way she would take and where to wait for her.
You mean someone followed her beforehand to figure out where to ambush her?
Who knew that she went to the baths?
Apparently everyone in the tavern. She didn't hide the fact. She also said she was sure it wasn't Mole. He may be a pig, but the evening she ran home, he was in bed snoring. Well, according to Stanya, the murderer had a terribly strong grip. Her neck was bruised for almost a month.
Doesn't almost every man have a...
According to Stanya, the murderer didn't say a word the entire time.
That's strange, right? I'd expect him to at least call her a whore.
The only word he uttered was when she smashed him in the face with the pitcher. He said Scheisse.
So, we're looking for a German?
Even I say Scheiße sometimes, and I'm not German.
Excuse me.
My respects.
You have a kind mouth. Very much.